Here at Weehawken High School, I had a chance to speak with legendary coach Jake McNish, who won his 300th varsity game this past weekend against Weehawken High School. Weehawken men's basketball coach Jake McNish recorded his 300th varsity win over the weekend against Weehawken High School. Subsequently, right before the game against St. Mary's High School from Rutherford, New Jersey, he was honored by Weehawken Mayor Richard Turner and town officials for this historic accomplishment. With students, parents, and players watching on, McNish took his rightful place in local basketball fame and will continue moving forward as the season moves along. As a matter of fact, after the conclusion of the ceremony, Coach McNish recorded win number 301 as Weehawken defeated St. Mary's 41-33. Coach McNish, we appreciate a few minutes here on Hudson County TV. Congrats on your 300th coaching win here at Weehawken High School.
Thank you.
When the buzzer hit the 000, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
I just thought about all the young guys that played for me over the past 20 years, and some of the guys that I had worked with, assistant coaches that have gone on to be head coaches, and just the last 20 years was kind of like a slideshow going by, and it was nice. There were a lot of my guys that had played for me up in the stands came down and congratulated me, and all the texts that I received last night from all my former players. It was just a really, really great feeling.
Coach, you did it on the road at Weehawken High School yesterday. Moving forward now, what sort of advice can you give to anyone who's looking to become a coach in any sort of, athletic competition, whether it be at the high school, collegiate, or even professional level? What's the best piece of advice you can give them?
Well, I can just speak for the high school level. I get excited before every basketball season. If you have the passion and the energy, it's great being around young men and coaching them. Keeps you young, keeps me energetic, and if you have a passion for the game, I encourage people to get involved in coaching.
Coach McNish, the big question on everyone's mind now that you have 300 wins, how much longer do you want to keep doing this for?
That's the question everybody's asking me, and as long as I have the passion, as long as I get excited every year when the start of the season rolls around, and I still get nervous before every game, as long as I have that, I have the fire burning, I want to continue to coach.
Coach, it's probably a very difficult question to ask after so many years, but really, locally, what high schools have always given you the most problems, though, on the court?
Well, the league has changed over. St. Mary's, who we're playing tonight, has always been a big rival. Weehawken, we used to play Weehawken every year. They were always a big rival. Wallington, earlier in my tenure, was very good, and they always had good size, so that always gave us problems. But now it's St. Mary's and Woodridge are big rivals in this league.
Is it still a challenge for you, Coach, to get up every day and prepare? Because as we know, it's a very grueling schedule, obviously dealing with adolescents who are looking to either become players at the collegiate level or again, just student athletes in general, though. How much of a challenge is it still for you here?
I don't consider it a challenge. I get out of bed every morning. I'm here in school early. I'll stay late with kids in the gym. I love when the kid's a gym rat and wants to be in a gym and doesn't want to leave, and as long as I have that burning desire, I want to keep doing this, and I don't consider it a challenge. I still love doing this right now.
Coach, again, it's probably a very, very diverse question, but fundamentally, what's the most important aspect of any player's game as they're developing early on in high school and ultimately if they move on to college?
I always encourage my players in the off season to work on their left hand if they're right-handed, and obviously the right hand if they're left-handed. And I always give my players at the end of the year, I give them one thing that I want them to work on. Now it's always different depending on who the player is. In the off season, you need to get better going to the left. You need to get better pulling up and shooting a jump shot. I always give them one thing to work on all summer and spring.
Coach, it's been quite an enlightening conversation here today. Congrats on your 300th coaching win. May you celebrate many, many more here at Weehawken High School. And thank you for speaking with Hudson County TV.
No problem. Thank you.
There's no doubt it was a momentous day here in Weehawken as Coach McNish continues to make a difference in the lives of young men every single day. Thank you so much for watching. For more programming, please go to HudsonCountyTV.com. I'm Fernando Uribe, coming to you from Weehawken, and as always, stay classy, everyone.